Peter spreading them open. He's not got a great cue ball because Ronnie can get to the bottom of the white and bring the cue ball back to the back to this top cushion.
That's the one he's looking at to try and get back there.
And played it perfectly. A little problem here for Peter Ebdon to get this safe. That's the thing you see about getting the cue ball close to this top cushion. You can't get to the bottom of the white to play a screw shot. So he's got a tricky problem here as Peter. And the way the reds are spread, he knows one mistake and it could cost him dear.
He'll do well to get this back because the white's going to bounce because it's so close to the cushion. With the butt of the cue so far up in the air, by the time he would get the cue ball to the red he was going to try there, it would be bouncing around and he wouldn't be guaranteed to get it back into the safety zone. And that's why he's been thinking about this shot for just over a minute now. It's such an important point in the frame with the reds all over the table.
Yes, occasionally as Ronnie waits, nothing he can do. He's caused the problem. He's got to find a solution. Well, he is digging in, and I agree with you, Dennis. This is very risky. See, sometimes in a situation like this you maybe think about trying to pot your way out of trouble, but I don't see the pot.
Yeah, if he come off the side cushion, okay, I've got my white line going through Peter's head there at the moment, but if he landed on that red, he would have to knock it safe. But that's a possibility. But if he hit that first red with very little pace, he could get it safe, but he'd have to be so precise with that.
And we've just come over 2 minutes. People have said to me in the past, is there a time limit for a shot? It's the referee who decides on how long a player should have to play a shot. Could have boiled an egg by now.
The record for a frame is Tony Drago. He finished a frame in about 3.5 minutes. We're coming up to 3 minutes thinking time here. Well, if he has landed on that red, he is very fortunate indeed, because that red pots along the cushion.
5.
Didn't play that too well. Not the best positional shot Peter's ever played. Just a bit too much pace. So. This is a big frame for Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yes, I will suggest patience is a virtue as far as Ronnie's concerned at the moment. Of course, in the early days of coming to the Crucible, we had lots of players like this, didn't we? Cliff Thorburn, Eddie Charlton, Terry Griffiths. Fred Davis was a real man for keeping you in your seat.
Well, this is another example. If he doesn't fancy the pot, he's over Randy's position. Just glance off the red to the right of the white and he's got the perfect safety shot. But he's looking at this red into the middle pocket. It's quite an acute angle. and somehow he'd have to hold it for the pink. Well, it wasn't all that bad. I thought it was a thinner cut than that.
6.
Yeah, it's just a natural shot. It took him 1.5 minutes to decide on it, but yes, I from where we are, that looked thin. I thought he maybe have to play a little drag shot or something, but no, he just rolled it in perfectly on the pink into the left centre.
You really have to have fantastic concentration, because that one he must have cued at that about 12 times. But he really is making absolutely sure. And what a performance if he could take this frame and go to the mid-session and do it all square.
12. White.
Cue ball cleaned again. Ronnie sat there suffering. He's taken over 5 minutes for this break of 12 by Peter.
5 minutes and 20 seconds. We keep saying it. Ronnie made that maximum here in 1997.
There you go. We're just past that 5 minute 20 seconds, and the break's 12. Well, for all the time he took, in the end, he missed the red.
Well, Ronnie's looking at him, but that's amazing. Peter's not even wanting to look anywhere near Ronnie, but what a reaction from Ronnie O'Sullivan there. A lot of psychology going on out there, John.
Well, there is, and I think Ronnie purposely, I mean, normally Ronnie would have been out of his seat like a greyhound, wouldn't he? But he just wanted to sit there and wait for Peter to come back to his seat so he could give him, well, whatever look. But Ronnie trying to force the issue.
Well, Hazel, just that last shot that was played. Peter got away with it somewhat. But it's a very difficult bridging there. I had to go at it and hit the brown. The red could have gone anywhere. Got it perfectly safe. But, well, I don't know about you, John, but I've certainly enjoyed all this. I know there's been all sorts happening out there, but I found it very gripping.
Yes, it's certainly exciting. It's, I think what's really making it more interesting is the fact that it's a contrast of styles. But that red we've just shown you that Peter went for, it took him 1.5 minutes to decide to play it. And I take the point of John Parrott. I think at the end of the day, it's a professional sport, and we rely on people to watch us, and it's a spectator sport, and sometimes I think you can overdo it. I know he wants to win, I know this is the World Championship, but it is taking quite a time for some of the shots. Well, that was just snipped it in.
One.
But where the referee, I feel, because Ronnie's not on the call, he'll just trickle up behind the brown. Where the referee has a problem, every other shot when Peter's in, he's asking for the referee to clean the cue ball. So how can the referee then say, well, hang on, you're taking too long? He can't say, no, I'm not going to clean the cue ball. So that's why he's in a little bit of a catch-22 situation, Colin Brindhead.
Well, now he's in quite a lot of trouble. He might take quite a while to try and find a path to a red here. Twice across the table and land on the one to the right of the reds on this back cushion. That's the possible escape route onto that red, but he would leave a possible pot, so
one loose red to play for. He's got a nice angle on the black to play for that loose red. I don't think Peter Ebdon's going to be in any rush to open the reds. Obviously he'll have to if he's going to make this a sizeable contribution. But he's not got the angle anyway to disturb things, so just come off the top cushion for the red in the opposite corner to the black.
yeah, he's got quite a margin for error, hasn't he? Now he's left himself short on the red, but
11.
he'd be going into the red that's just to the left of the bunch. When he pots this, he's certainly going to move the red and possibly the pink, so this is a key shot coming up here. This really will disturb reds and pink here. Well, the pink won't go, but the black and blue pot.
Much too thin.
I'll tell you what though, John, he is having a good run of the ball. I mean, he's missed the black, and okay, there's a potable red, but it's so awkward to bridge over the reds, and the black has gone near the cushion. He's having a good run at the moment, and he knows it.
Oh, absolutely. He was a bit fortunate in the last frame when he fluked the snooker on the yellow, Ronnie. Otherwise, you would have expected Ronnie to have won that frame then.